Hello everyone, thank you so much for clicking the video. I hope everyone has had a fantastic week. I appreciate you all. I wanted to get on here. I'm actually working on 3 different videos right now. And that's not really good for somebody who's just like so easily gets sideways. However, this one came across and I felt like it takes precedent over any of the other videos I'm working on, so I wanted to get this out there to you guys. As you know, if you have followed me, I highly dislike people and creators who further victimize victims' families. So I wanted to share this, and I'm going to do some reading, so please bear with me. But Frankie Rzuceks has put this out on his community tab. Also, I want to share a petition that Cash Jernan's grandmother has shared on her Facebook. But let's go ahead and get into Frankie Rzuceks. And there's actually, his lawyer has came out and made a statement. So I want to read those things for you now. Okay, so Frankie says, here is an update from my attorneys about my case. There is also an update on the crowdfunding page. I pray this puts an end to all the added harassment, hate, allegations, stress, lies, disgusting rumors, etc. I can't explain how happy I am to finally get this detailed statement out. So some of the hate channels that say I don't have a case, I'm lying, stealing the money, I'm a fraud, and so many more horrible, slanderous lies. I don't want an apology. I just want the hate to stop. I told you, I'm a man of my word. I've been nothing but respectful to everyone. Thank you to everyone who continued to stand by my family and myself and didn't believe the disgusting and pathetic lies spread all over these social media platforms. God bless you all. I'm beyond excited about getting justice for not only my family, but to set a precedent to all the people that thought it's okay to torment my parents or myself for 3 long years. Also to those still love to kick me while I'm down, mentally harass and abuse me, I will have justice in the court of law. I'm so excited, I'm actually emotional to know that there is finally an end in sight. I cannot begin to explain the feeling. I've begged people to stop. I've told people that this is literally killing me and my family, that this is also putting our lives in danger. I tried my best to get some kind of help from YouTube, Facebook, and Google, and no one seemed to give 2 shits. They didn't care if we lived or died. They all laughed in my face. Today is the day my family showed the world we're not going to take this torment any longer. I'm so proud of my parents for their strength through all of this. I'm so grateful for all the support from the amazing people all around the world. You all have not only saved our lives with your love, support, and prayers and respect towards my family, but you all gave us strength, courage, and hope, and you give me faith in the human race. You all came together as an enormous family and stood up for our innocent family, and I am forever in your debt. You all seen the injustice, hate, lies, slander, and blatant harassment and stood for what is right from wrong. I can't thank you all enough, and this means the absolute world to me. The finish line is finally in sight. Together we can reach our goal on the crowdfunding so my family can finally have some peace and grieve the loss of our beautiful family. God bless you all from the bottom of my heart. And so I want to read what the lawyers had to say, because I had even seen this on when I've talked about this before. I've seen people say, well, ask Frankie where all that money went and you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, here it is. So as we know, court cases take a really long time, but I'm going to read this and share what they are saying. The money has been safe all along. So if you donated to this cause, you can rest assured that it has went to the right place and it went where it was intended to go and to help this family. So it looks like this attorney's office is in the UK, and I'm guessing because one of the main harassers is from UK. And so it seems like that's probably what the route they have to take. So this is a statement about the case of Frankie Rzuceks. Since our firm has taken on the case of Frankie Rzuceks, both our client and ourselves has been inundated with questions about the case, the legal strategy, and the funding. While we are unable at this stage to comment on the case itself or the evidence, we can provide some general information pertaining to the different stages and the funding. So initial assessment, I'm sorry guys, this is like the words are really small. Our firm is known for taking on complex cases involving online discovery, harassment, and defamation. While we aim to provide legal assistance to as many victims as we possibly can, our in-house team of legal specialists are relatively small, usually between 12 to 15 lawyers and paralegals, which means we have to make sure that our time is being wisely invested. This means that before we can take on a complex case, we must carry out an initial assessment of the evidence and the law to make sure that on the face of it, our client has a reasonable good likelihood of success. So they won't even take the case unless they know they're going to win. So that's good. I mean, they took the case on. An initial assessment often takes a considerable number of hours to complete, and we try to reach a decision as accurate as possible. The decision is based on an overview of the evidence while avoiding going into too much detail as this could substantially increase the legal cost of a stage where it's not yet clear whether we will be willing to take the case. Our clients pay for us to carry out the initial assessment only after we conclude, based on the initial assessment, that our client has a reasonable good case to pursue. Would we agree to take the case and move to the next stage? Sometimes individuals who approach us for help are unable to raise the funds for us to carry out initial assessment of their case. Unfortunately, having a limited amount of resources, this means that we have to either turn those people away, or in extreme cases of hardship, we would pay the initial assessment from our own charitable fund we had set this fund up 10 years ago, precisely for this purpose. Fortunately, our client, Mr. Rzeceks, was able to raise the funds previously to pursue legal actions against his harassers. Mr. Rzeceks was therefore able to use those funds to fund the initial assessment stage of the preparation of his case, which required a substantial investment of time. Before we began working on his case, we spoke to Mr. Rzecks' bank to ensure that the funds, which had been sitting there for a considerable amount of time, would be sent directly to our firm's client account to carry out the initial assessment. Raising funds. Once we agree that a case has a reasonably good likelihood of success, we consider together with our client various forms of funding. Litigation cases often consume a considerable amount of time and financial resources to prepare and present. Generally speaking, crowdfunding is a safe way for people to support legal causes that they feel passionate about. I'm going to read that one more time. Generally speaking, crowdfunding is a safe way for people to support legal causes that they feel passionate about. If the crowdfunding is done through crowd justice, the money that is being raised goes directly to the regulated law firm's client account, and it can only be used to pay for actual legal work. No funds are received or handed by the client directly or indirectly. I want to read that one more time. So if the funding is done through crowd justice, the money that is being raised goes directly to the regulated law firm's client's account, and it can only be used to pay for actual legal work. No funds are received or handed by the client directly or indirectly. Preserving the evidence and preparing for the case. Once the client manages to secure funding, we move on to the next stage in the preparation, which is the preservation and the detailed consideration of the evidence. This again requires an investment of a considerable amount of time and legal expertise. Next step, preparing a statement of the case. Once our lawyers have identified the relevant evidence in the case, the legal team will move to the next stage and draft a statement of the case. In most cases, this will be served on the defendant before commencing formal legal proceedings. At this point in the case, we will be reaching out to the defendant with a view of settling the case out of court, which would be our preferred option, particular if the case is being funded through donations. So they're going to send something and say, hey, it's time to shut it down. We're for serious this time. Shut it down, or we're going to continue to proceed as they should. It's ridiculous. Service of legal pleadings. After the preparation of the statement of case, and in the event the case isn't resolved following the service of a letter before legal action, the next stage in legal proceeding is the filing of a legal claim, the service of the pleading, and, if needed, an application for summary judgment or a trial. Answering questions from members of the public. Each week, we receive scores of telephone calls and emails about Mr. Rzuceks' case. Some just contain abuse, while others are inquiries by backers who want to know more about the case and its progress. By law, we are unable to discuss any matter concerning our client without their consent. There's no reason anybody should be bothering them. They are trying to do their work. They're trying to do their job. When they're having to stop, that's taking time away that they could be working on this case. If you are donating and you want to make sure you know where your money is going, you're just going to have to believe that your money is going where it's supposed to be going. I know a lot of people fought with that, and they thought they were being scammed. And it looks like right here we have it. There's evidence. The money has gone where it was supposed to go. Furthermore, as the majority of our work is paid by generous donations, we must make sure that all the work that we carry out is work that adds value and which helps to progress our client's case. It is therefore impossible for us to engage in conversation with every person who calls or emails. So yeah, they get paid probably by hour. It's a lot of money too. So if they're spending that time taking calls, it's taking away from doing what's important here, getting justice for this family. For these reasons, we are unable to discuss our client's matter on the phone or respond to the third party's emails about this case, as these could either result in a breach of our client's confidentiality, or be considered unnecessary work which does not help progress of our client's case. Okay, so there it is. That's from the attorney themselves. I am happy to hear this. This is this should have been due a long time ago. I understand it takes a lot of time, and I will put all the links below in the description box. I say, I hope more families end up getting together, banding together, because this is ridiculous to use these victims for content for your own gain. It is not right whatsoever. So I want to get into the petition for Cash Jernan's grandmother. Shared this on her oh shoot, let me do that. Okay, so this was shared on the Cash Jernan Justice Family. And I know she has tried to share it on my YouTube page. You cannot really share links on YouTube pages. It hides them. So I'm going to share this, and I'm going to put it below. And this is a petition to stop the harassment and spreading the misinformation and protect our grieving families. Let's work together to take them down. And this is on change.org. Misinformation spread via media and social media via conducting hearsay to an audience for individuals' beliefs of happening as truth. facts falsified via rumors to manipulate the audience to become a tribe, to intimidate and harass families under extreme duress during a time of grief, involvement into personal lives and space on land to continue to have tribe mentality to cause direct harm to victims, intrusion of privacy to cause extreme harm. Libel and slander using falsified information is defrauding an audience for monetary value. Clickbait using hashtags to pull an audience with falsified facts to discuss. Extreme cyber abuse and cause of extreme harm to victims of the crime and their families with falsified information to cause tribe mentality to continue such harm. So there it is. I'm going to put it in the link below to go. Please go sign that. I would appreciate it very much. I feel very strong about this. I can never wrap my mind around how you can get on your platform and pretend that you care about the victims so much. You care about these victims. You want justice for these victims. But in the same turn, you destroy their families. I cannot wrap my mind around that. I just don't understand it. Please, someone help me understand it. But as I said, please go sign this petition, and I will see you guys really soon. And as always, please take care. Give this video a like. I would say a dislike, but the YouTube has now taken the dislikes away. But go ahead. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Hit the notification bell because you just never know when I'm going to go on and put a video out. And again, please take care. Bye, guys.